Nixon lost because he didn't wear makeup against Kennedy.
But Kennedy.
Oh, tell me the story of the 1960 presidential debate.
Kennedy.
Actually, before you get there, tell me what's significant about that debate. 5.
Nixon,
4.
Nixon had won the debate.
There's something very significant about that
It was on
debate.
the radio and not television.
It was on television, not the radio. It was televised. It was the first televised debate.
Televised. 1, 2, 3, 4. It was the first televised presidential debate between
Nixon and Kennedy.
Between Nixon and Kennedy. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Anything else you can tell me?
Kennedy had just returned from vacation, so he looked really good on TV.
California. He just returned from California. Kennedy was tan.
But Nixon was really sick, and he was like sweaty and clammy and looked really gross.
Nixon, 1, 2, 3, 4 was pale. 1, 2, 3, 4 was actually sweaty because he had just left.
He left
Anybody? Your group?
hospital.
He actually just left. Go ahead, tell me more.
Or something. But basically with Nixon, like, the content of what he was saying in the debate meant more, and he won, but because it was on the radio, like, if you listened to the debate, it sounded like Nixon won, but if you watched it on TV, it looked like Kennedy won just because Kennedy presented himself.
That's true. This was the first televised debate, and there were a couple of things on this. Number one, they always make a big deal out of debates, and the argument is you don't win an election, but you may lose one, and they go back to this one. You gave me a lot of stuff, but you left some things out. Is there anything else you want to mention?
It's like how they were wearing the suits of like Nixon was.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was blended.
Nixon wore a very dark suit that blended into the background. Anything else? 4, 3.
Looked good. Yeah, he wore a
His stood apart. 3, 2, 1. Who's got it next? Go ahead.
Nixon also had like stubble.
Nixon had a 5 o'clock shadow. 1, 2, 3, 4. He did. Now you're close to third place. Anything else you can tell me?
I started talking about Bush Daddy checking his watch on TV.
You know, we did talk about that, and we talked about some images. He looked at his watch, and people thought he had to be someplace else, which kind of didn't score points. But there's something really significant about Nixon and Kennedy that has not been said. 4, 3. Who's got it next, Leaky? 2, 1, go.
Eye contact.
What about eye contact?
He would look into the camera and Nixon would not.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Where did Nixon look?
He was looking down.
He looked at the moderator. Kennedy made eye contact. People thought he was looking at them. Nixon, while he was talking to Leakey, was looking over here. So it didn't look like he was talking to people. Anything else? Go ahead. You know, I don't think that anybody really said the part about the makeup. Nixon said if the Kennedy people get a hold of this, they're going to spread rumors that I'm gay. I'm going to lose the election. Anything else? 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead.
We also talked about in class with the recent election how Hillary Clinton had to get dolled up, or she would have been, like, Trump didn't have to wear makeup and get so, primped, as opposed to Hillary Clinton had to.
We talked
about
that.
I think we talked about that. It was maybe more within the context of Obama, but we did actually talk about that. Touch, click it, pick me a category. Wait, do you have anything else?
We only have 1 minute left.
You have anything else? Go ahead. Go ahead, Ratchet.
Taller. He's a lot taller than Hillary. So
We talked about how he
Yeah, but that was more from the informal qualifications. Pick me a category. Go.
Judiciary for 5.
Judiciary for 5. I need a drawer. We only have like 2 minutes left. Oh, this is your chance to win right here.
Oh, all right.
Okay? That's what I need you to draw. Got it? Yes, sir. Got it. 1 minute starting on the 8.
Now?
Yes, go.
It's really good. You're old fashioned.
You guys have it. You can yell at as much as you want. It is a cell phone. What is the significance of cell phone from the judiciary? You will have it second, but you've got it first. Here is your chance. You guys have it. I need to hear. What's the significance of cell phone? 5. Oh, shame on you. 4, 3, 2. What's that? Go.
So this is about the controversy between a male and a female who had went to a work party and ended up leaving.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Man and woman went to a work party at a bar.
So So they apparently left and they were already drunk and they walked to the beach.
Was this like a force thing?
No, this was just on their own will.
Completely voluntary. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Anything else?
They went to the beach in which the woman had ended up passing out and the male was supposedly accused of snagging photos and inappropriate touching.
Stop right there. They go out on the beach. She passes out. He begins to take pictures of her and fondles her. How'd the police find out?
There was a person
bystander
apparently walking around and ended up going to a payphone and calling the police saying that...
They did. They did, actually. And the police went out there and what'd they do?
They went to the male, but they tried to seize him and tried to, well, they didn't try to seize him. They were there, but they couldn't. The evidence was that it was on the phone, but the fact of the matter was that he wasn't flaunting it. It wasn't seen.
He wasn't flaunting it.
It wasn't.
Okay,
It wasn't
you
in
know
plain
they really
view.
have to write
It
this
wasn't.
word for
It
word.
wasn't in plain view.
Okay, so what did the police do? Tell me what they
They
did.
ended up seizing the phone, finding the photos, and everything like that.
And then what they do after they found the
They
photos?
took it to the court, trying to put him on trial.
There was something else they did. 4, 3. They got the evidence off of the phone, and then they did.
So they got the evidence off of the phone. They
2.
They reported it to his, I believe his
Cell
what do you
phone
call
carrier.
it? His carrier.
Cell phone carrier.
It wasn't okay. Tell me what. They had to do something though. 2,
They had to. They
1. Who's got an next, Leaky?
They got a warrant.
They got a warrant. Yes, they did. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And they got what pictures?
They got the pictures he sent to his friend.
They got the pictures that he sent to his friends. What was he charged with? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Y'all are out. Y'all are out. Y'all are out. Y'all have it.
Secret peeping photographic images.
And
It's the taking photos without their consent.
secret peeping photographic imaging and 5, 4, 3, 2. Go ahead.
Sexual offense.
Sexual assault. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What happened when they went to court? Why did he sue?
Well, he sued because it wasn't in plain sight, so there was no background in the case. There was no, what's the word?
They couldn't search his phone without a warrant.
Here's the thing on this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He sued because he thought it was an unreasonable search and seizure. And the question was, do you need a warrant to go through somebody's cell phone? This was a question that had never been definitively answered. So what did the court do?
Well, they used the evidence from Sprint because they got a warrant for Sprint. They got Sprint sent images of what happened.
Yeah.
But he's still out on bail right now. He hasn't been put in jail.
Yeah.
Because they can't use that evidence.
Why?
There is no, what's the word? Like a statute. There is
4,
no
3.
background.
Go ahead, Liz. 2.
They threw it out because they didn't have a warrant when they searched his phone.
Okay, and then what about the Sprint pictures?
They were sent to his co-workers.
Yeah, so what about those? Because they did have a warrant for those.
Since they knew to look for those pictures because they were on his cell phone, they couldn't use them.
Why?
Because they didn't have a warrant to look through his phone.
So they illegally gathered evidence off of his phone that led them to get a warrant to get, what is that called? When you gather evidence illegally that leads you to legally gather other evidence, but you can't use the other evidence. 4, 3, 2, 1. First, go ahead, Gary.
Fruit of the poisonous
Fruit of the poisonous tree! Yes! So what happened? When could you use the evidence and when could they not? Based on what we talked about Wednesday. 4.
They could use the evidence if they got the warrant first and then search the phone.
Or
if the phone was just like open already for them.
if the screen was on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then yeah, they could use it because it would be like the dime bag on the front seat. And in this instance, did they need a warrant to go through the phone? Yeah, actually they did. 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 61, 5, 10, 15, 23, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 83, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 28, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 41. Nikon's group, if you will sign your names at like plus 13. No, wait, overthinkers. Sign your names plus 13. Nikon's group, sign your name plus 11. Smiles, sign your name plus 9. Ratchet, sign your name plus 7. Rick's group, sign your name plus 5.
What's the leaky and I get anything?
Plus 10.
Ah, I think it.
If y'all will sign your names on a paper with